Hey everybody, welcome to another class. What I'm going to do today, this will be an intermediate, almost a little too advanced, but not really too advanced, class, and what it'll be on is Quartz. We'll be dealing with Quartz, and what that is a website that has a lot of really good up-to-date news articles, okay, very enjoyable to read. Okay, and we see Tharicio, is that right, Tharicio?
Tarcísio.
Tarcísio, I am so sorry, Tarcísio. Pardon me for not getting that right. So good. I see Tarcísio's in. So good, you have a reservation, right? Do you happen to have a premium account, or what do you have as far as a reservation?
What?
So you have a reservation in order to get into class early, right? You made a reservation?
Yes, I made.
Okay, good. How do you like the reservation system?
It's too easy.
It's too easy? Well, good. You can say, it's so easy, I like it.
So easy.
Yeah, it's so easy. But yeah, very good. So where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Okay, good. Fantastic.
And you?
I'm from the United States. I'm from the Midwest, but then San Francisco Bay Area is the last place I was at. Yeah, but I also
do a friend told me that San Francisco is fantastic.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a great place. Very nice place. And I've also traveled around Asia a bit. So I've lived in different places in Asia, and I'm currently out in Asia right now. But yeah, San Francisco is beautiful. It is a great place to live, great place to visit, lots of good food. There are people from all around the world there as well. Do you live in a major city in Brazil? Do you live in a big city?
No, I live in a small city, like 10,000 of people.
Like 10,000 people. Mm-hmm. Okay, well,
yeah.
Good. Do you like living in a small city?
Not really.
Have you been to a big city? Have you been to many big cities?
Yeah, I have been in the capital of my country.
Okay, good. São Paulo? Is that your capital? Is that well? Here, let me say hi to the rest of the students. But very nice to meet you, Tharicio. Is that right, Tharicio? Am I saying it right now? Yeah, am I pronouncing your name properly now, Tharicio?
You can say Tarcísio.
Tarcísio. Okay, got it. Okay, well, good. nice to meet you. Hello, Igor.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Bret. How are you?
Hey, doing well. Always good to see you, especially in these classes. I think I have some good. I think I have some really good articles. But if you have any articles on Quartz as well, Igor, you can let me know. But I think I picked out some good ones. But do let me know if any of them interest you. Hello, Dina. Hello, Dina.
Hello, Bret. How are you?
Doing well. Do I still have your name right or wrong, Dina?
Yes, that's right, Dina.
Okay, good. How are things coming with you? Aren't you about ready to have a? Just let me make sure. I have a lot of students, Dina, so please pardon me. But aren't you going to have a baby soon?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. No, I just wanted to make sure. Well, I really don't. But yeah, you only have like 2 or 3 weeks left. Is that right?
In the end of this month.
Okay, well, good. I hope everything's going well. So good. You're welcome. And thanks for coming to class. You're welcome. Hello, Van. Hi, Van. Hello, Van Lou Mitz.
Hey, hi there, teacher.
So how are you?
Fine, thank you. What about you?
Doing well. Hey, Van, let me make a recommendation. I think you have a Verbling window open. Keep your Google Plus Hangout window open, but close the Verbling window. Okay? You're probably hearing me twice.
Yep.
Okay, how about now? No, I think it's still open. There's still an echo. Okay? Yeah, so let me, there's still an echo, and we need for you to
I always
fix
have
that.
the window of the Hangout.
Yeah, okay, let's see now. Yeah, but there's still an echo. Let me show you, okay? I know some people don't believe me, like, what? There's no echo. It's not me. Okay? Why is it me? But seriously, Van, unmute yourself for a second, Van. Van? Okay, well there's no echo. Yeah, so do you see how the green, when you're not talking, do you see how that green line keeps coming? Okay, so now you've muted yourself, so now it won't. So yeah, you either need to get headphones like you see here, okay, or do something to fix that echo, okay, Van? All right, and I promise you, Van, it's coming from you. You can see it coming again. And I know it's frustrating, Van. But yeah, but Van, let me mute you. So Van, look over here, okay? This is if you're having issues. Also look here, okay? All right. So maybe you just need to select something if you do have headphones or whatever, okay? All right. Okay. So hello, I'm sorry. 不好意思，我不知道，因为我知道一点点中国话。你名字？小姐，你听得懂吗？Hello. Hi. Hello. 你听得懂吗？小姐，你听得懂吗？Yeah, I don't know what else to do. Hello? Hi. I guess her microphone's not working. And I don't know her name because I can't read Chinese. I can only speak a little bit.
All right.
Hello. Hi. 你好吗？你好吗？你听得懂吗？
Is she listening?
That's what I can't figure out, but I know her name's in Chinese because I can see it. I don't think she's listening. I don't think she can hear me, and I don't know. Let me see here. Hello. Hi.
Go banana.
Yay! Whoa! I don't know what else to do sometimes, you know. Yeah. So, hello. Yeah, and that, unless I'm mistaken, that is Chinese. Hello, can you hear us? Okay. Well, let's get on with class. I don't know what else to do. You know, to help people out. Xiao Jie, hello, 你听得懂吗? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hi, I'm sorry, I can't read your Chinese name. And you know what she has? I'm telling you what, another thing, she has a Verbling window open. Close the Verbling window. Okay?
Bret, have
Yes.
you muted her or something?
No. But when she comes in, she's naturally muted.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. Let's yeah, I mean, I'm speaking. She can hear us. Hello, can you hear us? Hello.
Say something.
Yeah. So here, usually this works. Okay.
Well,
Okay. Usually that works. I know it seems kind of odd, but what I found in teaching these classes, like if you kick somebody out, then they like learn how to use everything. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. It's like the only way that they learn how to use it is if you kick, and it seems mean, but it's the only way. But anyway, Okay,
So
so
when I disconnect, I will know who did it.
nah, but you have it figured out, okay? So okay, so there's plenty of seats. I wonder why there's so many seats. Is everybody This is an interesting article. I found this interesting. And by the way, if there's any other articles that you all would like to talk about, okay? I have here about fake organic food and so forth in China. I have one here about how Google has this really crazy team of executives that build all these really neat things. And then this is in the US. We don't have to read this, okay? But if there's any other articles in Quartz that you guys find to be interesting, please feel free to take a look, okay? And then let me know which ones you want to use. But this one here, I thought this was really cool, okay? So we can read about this, all right? Let's see who else is in here. Okay, so you're gonna kill me. Tauricio.
No.
Ay,
Repeat
ay,
with me.
Okay.
Tarcisio.
Tarcisio.
Yeah.
Okay. So if it was phonetic, it'd be like this: Tar, C, O. That would be like the phonetic way to say it. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Yep. Okay, good. Okay. At least you're being nice about this. And Van, is your system working now? I guess not.
I
Wow.
think he's muted.
Yeah. Are you still muted? Boy, I can't remember the last time I've had a class this hard to start
I
off.
can find my earphones.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but all right. Just try to look to see if you can get it working. Check out the link that I gave to you, and I'll let you stay in this class, but it's something that you do need to fix, okay? All right. Hello, GM Loli. Wow. Let's just get class started here. Okay. So, can you read this for us? Tarcisio.
Of course I can.
Okay. And here's the first part, and I'll scroll after you read this. Go ahead.
Okay, may I read the title?
Please.
Okay. J.P. Morgan's London well loss
Oh,
comes
no,
down.
no, I'm sorry. This first thing here, Google's Reader. So do you see what I have shared? And then I'll give you the link in case you want to read it from there. It's okay. And I know I gave you the Quartz page as the last one. I'm just saying if there's anything else you want to read, we can read it from there.
Okay.
Okay.
Google Reader's demise is awful for Iranians who use it to avoid censorship.
Okay, so we know what this article's about. Do you know what demise? Google Reader's demise. What does that mean?
Demise. I don't know. Like
It's okay. It's like an ending. Okay,
ending.
like demise. Yeah. So what's happened here is Google's Reader's demise. So it's not going to be around anymore. Okay. All right. And then censorship. What is censorship?
Like deleting.
Yes, it's where you don't allow people to have all of the information. It's almost like a filter. If you think more of like a filter. So let's see if you're information filter.
I've got it.
Yeah.
And what
so like,
does censorship mean?
Yeah. So what censorship means is where you don't allow all the information to come through. So let's say that this is all the information that's coming through to Iran, right? China does the same thing. This is all that comes out because they filter the information and they decide what information you're going to get. And filtering information is called censorship. Okay? And just
Okay,
one
like
second
in
here.
dictatorship.
If you have a dictatorship, what happens is you'll have people that censor, that will go out and censor the information. Yeah. So China does that too, even though they don't have a dictatorship. They have a very strong ruling party. Okay, and let me just, wow, now all of a sudden everybody shows up. I thought it was just going to be a class of just you and I. So, so let me just say hi to the people that are here. Okay, well, Dina's back, Igor's back, so we know that. Jose, it's been a long time.
Everyone is
Hi,
Finally,
back.
Bret. How are you?
yeah,
A long time no see.
yeah, long
Sorry
time
for
no
the
see.
delay.
Oh no, no worries, no worries. Andre, hello, Andre.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Looks like a good class. And Nami, hello, Nami.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, hi, Nami. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Good, good, good. But you were in one of my classes before, right, Nami?
No, I don't think so. It's first time. So
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know
well,
how
good.
to deal with Hangout.
Oh, you know what? You've already learned everything you need to. Seriously, it's that easy. So you're in the right place. The only other thing is, let me just, yeah, you don't want to add Google effects, Nami, but that's okay. All right, I know you're just learning, but no need for Google effects. By the way, as teachers, we can see everything that's happening, or mostly. So yeah, so Nami, the only other thing is make sure that
Okay.
you're here, okay, which you are. Well, good, good, you got it. Just make sure you
Okay.
stay down there. Hello, Rennie. Hi, Rennie.
Hey, how you doing, Bret?
Doing well, doing well. The class has been a little tough to get started, but we're reading now, so we're off to a good start. So let's continue on with the reading. Everybody, what we're reading is this right now. We're reading this article from Quartz, okay? And let's just start into reading. Everybody will come along, they'll be fine. But yeah, Nami, really, it's that simple. You already understand everything. You just need to make sure you understand where your mute is if you're not speaking. And besides that, it's really that simple. Okay? So, okay. All right. Tarcisio, can you continue
Okay.
reading here? We're down here to Google's announcement.
Okay. Google's announcement that it's killing off Google Reader, the company's beloved, if not widely popular tool for consuming RSS feeds, was met with outrage from journalists and other, largely American nerds who rarely
Rely
rely on it to efficiently churn through blogs and other websites, but the real tragedy is likely to be felt in countries like Iran, where Google Reader is used to evade government censorship.
Okay, so good. And you can see it. Here, go ahead, look at this tweet on here. OMG. Good, you can read that.
Okay. Oh my god, Google is shutting the reader. That is one of the few solutions for us to access the blogs, news in Iron Filternet.
Okay, good, good, good. And yeah, and these are little hashtags. They put these in there for like keywords when people are searching for things.
Yeah.
So this is on Twitter here. So okay, so there's a lot of new words here, and don't worry, that's why you're here, is to learn, okay? That's why everybody wants to learn. So when they say the company's beloved, if not wildly popular, so all they're talking about is something that's well liked, okay? And you know, a lot of people like this. I don't know why they don't have this anymore. And in case you're wondering what Google Reader is, okay, let's just take a look. Okay, so with Google Reader, well, there's news on this. So here we go. With Google Reader, what's really cool is okay, no problem. With Google Reader, what you can do is you can add new items in here, okay? You can have various subscriptions. So I can go ahead and add a subscription, and it'll just be a URL to like a feed, okay? And what a feed is if I have a blog or something to where it sends information, and the reader allows me to pull in all of this information. Really cool tool, but it's not around anymore. When it says for consuming RSS feeds, so these are the news feeds, consume, it takes it in. Okay. So outrage, when you say met with outrage, that means people don't like it. from journalists and other ones. And yeah, there's just a lot of colorful words in here as well. So efficiently churn through. So when you churn through, just like you churn out, this comes from a term which means to like churn butter. Okay, so there used to be a butter churn. So anytime that we use
And
churn, a lot of it
evade,
comes from that.
what does it mean?
Yeah, so evade. So that means that you want to avoid. So maybe you
Like
try to
escape or
evade the.
something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So if you try to evade the police, then you try to make sure that you go around them. Okay, you don't want to be around them at all. So you kind of try to escape from them. Okay. So let's see. So Tiago, okay, everybody seems fine. All right, so I'm just going to continue on here. So Tiago Dantas dos Santos. Hi, Tiago. Yeah, Tiago, your microphone's on mute. Click the red microphone, Tiago.
Okay.
Hi, Tiago.
Hi,
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine.
So
And you?
Tiago, yeah, Tiago, make sure that you close the verbling window.
Okay, it's closed.
Yeah, well, there's an echo still coming.
I
So,
see.
yeah, maybe you need to get a headset or something else. But you can't have a echo like that and participate in class, okay?
Okay.
I know it's frustrating. Take a look at the link that I just provided. Okay? So take a look at the link and then see if you can figure out what's wrong, okay? And I'll give you just a little bit, and I'll call on you again, but you need to have that fixed. Van? Hello, Van?
Yeah.
Hey, Van. Is there still an echo? See, there's no more echo, Van. Very
Yeah, I
good,
think that
Van.
it's fixed. Yeah.
Yeah, so no problem. See, Van, I know that you're a little stressed, but don't worry. And I know you're like, teacher, everything's
Yeah.
okay. Everything's
Yes,
not
yes.
me, teacher.
Like,
You
oh
know?
my God, I'm not. I know.
But yeah, it's okay. And I know students go through the same thing. Tiago's going through it now, but once you fix it, it's fixed. So good, Van. Thank you very much. Van, can you read here for us? Can you read this?
Yeah, so it's okay. RSS readers take raw bits of data, headline, text, timestamps, etc., and display that information in a stripped-down interface along with many other bits, which is what makes them so efficient. Less obvious is how many RSS readers, including Google's, serve as anti-censorship
Yep.
tools for people living under oppressive regimens. That is because it's actually Google servers located in the United States or another country with uncertainly internet that access each feed. So a web user in Iran just needs access to google.com/reader in order to read websites that would otherwise be blocked.
Okay, good. Yep, otherwise be blocked, okay? So
Yeah,
very good.
yes.
Yep. So yeah, so here's the RSS feed for Quartz.
It is
Let's,
horrible.
yeah, I mean it's horrible, but I mean it is horrible. Let's see if we can add this in here. So let's see if we can add this. Let's see what happens. So you see this? Pretty cool, huh, guys? You see how that works? I just added in there, and here's all the stuff. You can read it from here. Pretty neat, huh? So yeah, that's what they're upset about, is they can't use that anymore. And yeah, I mean it's kind of, I don't know. I'm kind of mixed when it comes to this. Everybody wants to talk about open information, but sometimes people, depending on where they live, I don't know if they need to know everything. I don't know if it's good for them. Like I lived in China for 4 years. I don't know if it's really good that China receives all of the information around the world and then tries to digest it and figure everything out. So, but again, that's just me. So in here, okay, 1 second here. So Nami, I'm going to mute you just because there's a little bit of sound that comes from you, okay? And everybody else, make sure you're muted when you're not speaking. So ask me if there are any words in here that you want me to tell you about, and I'll tell you some that you might not understand. So stripped down interface. So look at this. You see this? Okay. This is kind of a stripped down interface, but not much. Now you look at this. Okay. This, remember guys, this is Quartz. Okay. And all we did is we put this in there. So this is a stripped down interface. Okay. It's at its basics. Right. And that's what makes it so efficient. Efficient is when things are easy to use and you can do it quickly, okay? So we talked about censorship. So censorship is when information is filtered, all right? And the best way that we can see that is something like this. All this information going in, and this is all that comes out. Okay,
It's
so that's
like WikiLeaks? Not really, right?
yeah. So WikiLeaks, you know, that's where they have a all of this uncensored material. Okay, so oppressive regimes, and this thing is really difficult to pronounce. Remember your phonetic spelling of words. All right.
Regime.
So yeah, regime. So you see that?
In
Okay,
Portuguese, it's something like this.
Oh, something like this, the same. Yep. And then you can say that again.
Regime.
Regime. Okay, got it. And this too with phonetic spelling, you know, you can pronounce it more than one way. So regime, okay, and then regime. So there's so many ways to pronounce it. But yeah, what an oppressive regime is when you have a government. So a regime is like a group of people. Or it can just be led by one person that has control over the government or other places. Okay, all right. Okay, so good. And blocked, that's the censorship. You block things when you have censorship. Okay, so good. I want to get around to getting...
What is timestamp?
Oh yeah, so a timestamp. So what a timestamp is it tells you when it takes place. So for instance in here, let's see. So yeah, here's a timestamp. So it's going to timestamp and tell you when it takes place. All right? And then when you timestamp things, I used to be a computer programmer back when I had a brain. Okay? But yeah, when you timestamp things, you can just see here, right? Here's another example of timestamps. All right? And then I was trying to look. Yeah, anyway. So that's just another way to timestamp it. Okay, so good. Okay.
Teacher,
yes.
I have a question. Take raw. What does it mean? Take raw feeds.
Say that one more time. I'm listening to you.
Take raw.
Oh, take raw feeds. Yeah. No problem. I get it. So yeah, when these feeds, let me show you. I hope it's going to just show it raw. So yeah, so this is a raw feed. Okay. So do you see this? And for those of you that are programmers, you'll know how this forms. Okay, so these are tags. So this is the header tag that tells you what you're reading in. Okay. So that Google knows, oh, okay, here's what I need to do with this information. All right? And then when it takes this in, what it'll do, so it gives you the main thing here. All right? And then it'll start going in here with titles and so forth and start pushing in information, okay, where it gives you the data, description, you know, the main data here. So that's raw. So that's when it takes in raw feeds of data. Okay, so good. Good questions, everybody. Okay, so let's, okay. All right, guys, I'm just going to mute you because sometimes there's a little bit of sound that comes from you, even if you don't realize it, okay? Andrea, go ahead, Andrea. Can you read this here? And indeed, and do not start off your sentences with and, okay? but these guys can get away with it. If it's formal writing, don't use "and" to start off with, okay? But go ahead. Go ahead, Andre.
Andre or Andrea?
On well, there's only Andrea. Andrea, sorry, Andrea. Didn't mean to pronounce your name improperly. Go ahead.
Andre. Andre, it's
Andre.
me.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I said was Andre. I said it right the first time. I said, "Yeah, go ahead, Andre." There's no Andrea in class, okay? So Andre, go ahead, Andre. It's okay, Andre. That is how I pronounce your name, right, Andre?
Okay, yes. And indeed, the Google Reader has long been accessible in
Iran.
Iran, where it's the most popular RSS reader. Iran would probably have to block all of Google and its main popular service in order to keep its citizens from use Reader. YouTube, by contrast, is easier to censor, though it's also owned by Google, because the video site is located on its own domain, youtube.com. Reader is also harder, though not impossible, to block because it uses more secret technology known as HTTPS.
Okay, so good. So let's stop right there. And yeah, I hear so many people say Iran. Let me see if we do have a pronunciation here. I don't know if it's going to give it to us in the dictionary or not. Okay. Wow, look at that, guys. Iran.
So many.
Yeah, so many ways to pronounce that, okay? All right. So accessible in Iran. Okay, so accessible, that means that you can get to it. It's accessible. All right, you can get to it. It's available. Let's see, not only available, but you're also able to get to it. All right. So again, we talk about blocking. All right. So YouTube is easy. So we all know YouTube. It's easy to censor. So again, censorship. All right, because it has its own domain. The problem here with Reader is also harder. They're not impossible. It's because it uses something called HTTPS. Does anybody know what HTTPS is?
Oh my God.
It's a protocol of internet where when you send your information and receive information, it's secured. So they can't channel through you transmit this information. They couldn't catch this information and to see what you do.
Yep. Very good.
Clever boy.
Very good. And hey, Tiago.
So now we are in HTTP protocol. If you Google Plus.
Yep. Does anybody? One second, Tiago. Hey, Tiago, have you got things working yet, Tiago Dantos? Hey, Tiago.
I think he is Brazilian as well.
Yeah. So Tiago, I'm sorry, but you can't just sit in class though. Okay. I've tried to help you. I'll give you the link again. It's not that I don't care about you, Tiago, but you'll have to leave your seat open for somebody else. Okay. All right. And it's not a problem. You'll be able to join other classes, okay? Yep. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, this one is an interesting article. So does anybody happen to know, and it's not really that important, but does anybody know what HTTPS, do you know what the words stand for?
Let me Google it.
I'll tell you, I used to work in this. It's called Hypertext Transfer Protocol, okay? So there's and then secured. Secure. I think it's just secure in the end. Hypertext Transfer Protocol secured or secure. But anyway, It's just text that's transferred over the internet, and the protocol is how it receives it. Remember when we saw this, okay, when we looked at this? So this is kind of this is a protocol and how you read it. Okay, it's going to tell you in here exactly how to read it by letting you know what type and how to read it. So that is a protocol in reading this. So a protocol is just how you do it. Okay, so good. Good, you guys are doing great. Yeah, any other words in here? Nope. Okay. All right. So let's go on here. Okay, so Dinah. Hi, Dinah.
Hi.
Can you read this for us? Can you get in? Let's see how big this one is. Yeah, just read read these next two paragraphs in here.
There are many alternatives, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
There are many alternatives to Google Reader, but switching is more complicated prospect for Iranians. Many RSS readers do work like Google's with the service's own servers, rather than the users fetching new data from across the web. But those would be much easier to block if they gained any traction without the protection afforded by the popularity of Google's other services. Shall I continue or?
Yep, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. The Iranian government has occasionally blocked all of Google, most recently in September 2012, but always for a limited time. It's not clear if Iran's move toward a domestic version of the internet will affect access to Google.com. Google also hasn't said what it might do with the Google Feed API, which is service for programmers
Yep.
to access RSS feeds, usually for display on other websites. If it sticks around, the Google Feed API would push potentially allow someone to build a service that replicates some of Google Reader's core features and still rely on Google's domain to do it.
Okay, so good. Yeah. Wow, lots of new stuff in here, okay? So alternatives, so these are other things that you can use an alternative. Yeah. Like an alternative to regular milk is soy milk, okay? An alternative to driving a car is riding a bike. So there's different alternatives to Google Reader that are out there. There's other RSS readers. So yeah, so complicated prospect. Okay, so yeah, so a prospect is like the ability to do something. Okay, so it's a complicated task or ability for them. All right. Okay, and here, so all right, so like it says in here, so do work with Google's services and its own servers rather than the users. So it's able to capture all this data quickly across the web. And by the way, not to get off on a sidetrack, but I've been trying to tell people here to use Google DNS. All right, just like they have the feed, Google provides these DNS servers, and really, you should use them if you're using the Hangouts a lot. Okay, so let's see in here. So fetching new data, just like a dog. Have you ever seen a dog fetch a stick? Let me show you here. What to do is think about a dog. Okay, so a little dog will fetch a stick. There you go. So just like that, just fetching data. Wow, boy, look at the size of that dog. Okay. So gained any traction. So yeah, so traction, it's like when you have it here, let me just show you. Okay. So when you have car tires, they get traction, they have traction on the road, right? So they can dig into the snow, to the mud. They have traction. When they talk about a business, when they talk about something that becomes popular, it gains traction. Facebook gained a lot of traction over the years, all right? And let's see here, without the protection afforded by the popularity of Google's own services. So what it's talking about in here, the protection afforded, what it's saying is that because of all of the other services, it kind of hides the reader. Okay, so this has not happened, or this has happened before, where they blocked all of Google. China's done the same thing, where they blocked all of it. So now they want to get a domestic version of the internet. What does that mean by domestic version of the internet? Can anybody tell me that?
Internet that is not connected to all world, so only in one region.
Yep.
So only
domestic.
in that country.
Yep. Very good. Very good. Okay. So good.
Something like network.
Yeah, exactly. So they'll have their own little internet in there. They have their own little domestic version. And they'll feed in information to servers, and boy, they'll keep all that information censored. Good for them. I'm being sarcastic. So API, this is an application programming interface. So it's still going to allow you to program into this. Okay. Let's see if we can read about the API. Yeah, so with the API in here, all right, it's going to tell you how to talk to it, how to program into it. Okay? Yeah, so check this out. Pretty cool, huh? So it just shows you this is like a method that you call, all right, or a function, all right? So if it's geez, I am so horrible. I used to be a good programmer, but methods and functions. So a method will just cause, or pardon me, a method can return something. A function can just make a call and make something happen, or I might have them mixed up. And then you put in your parameters. So this application programming interface, this is still going to be available. So computer programmers can kind of make their own things with this, and then it would still have the same data in there. Any questions here? Anybody have any questions on these words? And wait, stick around. Yeah, so Jose.
Stick around.
Yeah, so stick around just means what's that? Go ahead.
Move toward.
So no, actually, so move toward. So stick around. You're already there, and you're gonna stay. So Jose, have you ever had a party before, and somebody sticks around? They stay around until really late at night. Okay, they just stay there. They kind of stick around. Same thing. They're gonna wait here.
To stay near you.
Got it.
Yeah, so just stick around. I'm going to stay there. Okay, good.
To remain in one place, something like that?
Yeah, so what they mean by here, stick around, like to stay around,
Okay.
If it sticks around, the Google Feed API, so if they continue to provide this, would be exactly what they're talking, if they continue to provide it. Just an easier way to say it. Okay? All right, so good. So, and don't worry, everybody will get a chance to read. Igor, can you read these two next paragraphs, please?
Yes. Iranian bloggers were vocal opponents of the changes Google made of Reader in 2011, correct? 2011? Yep. When the ability to share individual stories with other users was removed. The shared The shared items of certain heavily followed Iranians served as de facto newspapers free from the government's censorship regime, gaining popularity after the 2009 elections led to uprisings in Iran. The next presidential election is this June. Such bad luck, wrote Wahid HT, an Iranian on Google Plus today. What does the internet without Google Reader look like? What harm will come to the online world? Another person wrote in response, really what Google is thinking is that all revolutionary ideas do not fit with their absurd ideas.
That's great. That's real. That last one's kind of funny. So good and good. Hey, Igor, fantastic job. How you picked up with items. Good, good, good. You just
I read items and after that I corrected.
Yeah, yeah. So good, so good. Very good. Love it, love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so vocal opponents. So what it's saying is opponents or somebody against it. And what they mean by vocal opponents is it's people that are going to talk about it. So you can have opponents, but if they don't really say anything, it doesn't really matter. But vocal opponents mean that they're really outraged. They're really talking about it. Okay. Okay. So yeah, they made a change in 2011. I don't know what exactly that was. Okay. So here, ability to share individual stories was removed. Okay. All right. Free from government censorship again regime. So they have a whole group of people that censor things. By the way, in China, I believe that the amount of people, I think it's 30,000 people work on that. Let's see, Great Fire, yeah. Great Firewall. How many workers? Let's see if we can get this. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to have it in here. But anyway, I think one time somebody said there was like 30,000 people. Yeah, it doesn't talk about how many workers. So let's just see if we can have this. Anyway, so there are just tons of people working on this great firewall of China, but yet you're able to get through by using a VPN in order to do that. But anyway, let's continue on in here. I don't want to get off track here. Okay, 2009 elections led to uprising in Iran. Okay, such bad luck. So yeah, just a question: what does the internet without Google Reader look like? So just kind of an expression. So what's the difference is what they're saying. What harm will come to the online world, right? This last thing, what is Google thinking is that all revolutionary ideas do not fit with their absurd ideas. So yeah, so Google has their own way of running things. So does anybody here maybe think that Google is gaining pressure from some of these countries to not provide this? Does anybody think that might be why they're doing this? I mean, why else would they stop something that's so popular?
I read that about this Google Reader in another press. So there was written that they stopped because it is not popular service. So people are less and less use this Google Reader. So they decide to close this service. That's
okay,
why.
So that's why
because it is not popular.
Okay.
For example, I never used this service. I didn't know about this Google Reader, so I'm not surprised.
Okay. So yeah, I think some people are using some of the other types of services available where you can just like grab a page, save it for later, like Evernote. I don't know if you all have seen Evernote. Okay, no. Evernote. This is a really cool thing. Okay. Yeah, so with Evernote, what you can do, and you can share it with others. So you just go on, and as you're building stuff or as you're reading something, you just save it. You can also take screenshots. You can tag it. Everything else. This is a really, really cool thing to use. So yeah, something like that would be more popular. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Does anybody know Google's motto? What is Google's motto? You know what a motto is? So what they say. So like Apple's motto, they've gone through a few ones, but I think like Think Different is one of those. Does
How is
anybody
written
know?
this word, Mado?
Does anybody
Pattern and
know
standard.
what's Google's motto?
Motto.
Yeah. So motto is like what you believe.
Oh.
Oh, motto.
Yeah, slogan. So their slogan is "Don't be evil."
Oh, okay.
So don't be evil.
Sounds crazy.
Yeah. It sounds a little odd, Just anyway. So any other comments on this article?
But who wrote this article?
This is written by Quartz. Let's see who the author is in here. Zachary M. Seward. Okay, let's see Zachary. This guy here with the crazy hair and the t-shirt wearing dude. Okay.
Maybe he wants to look from this perspective that something relate to Iran. They close this reader because of Iran. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know. Let's just read just a little bit, especially because I didn't give Jose something to read. So I'm sorry, just reading what Shay had to say. Go ahead, Jose. Can you read this here? China's favorite firewater.
Yeah, sure. China's favorite firewater, a jargon-based liquor made by Guizhou Motai, is feeling some heat. This week, a Chinese newspaper, Time Weekly, accused it of making its jargon-based liquor with grain laced with pesticides. In Chinese, rather than pure organic grains grown in the grass wilds of mountains of Guizhou, as the company likes to advertise. Guizhou posted on its microblog on March 14th in response that all its products are certified organic, noting that the local Renhui government had reiterated that production met approved standards for organic certification. Link in Chinese.
Okay. Yep. So yeah, when they say firewater, all right, this comes from an expression back when the settlers, the United States, what they did is they gave the Indians alcohol, and they used to call it firewater. So that's what this is, alcohol. Okay, it's just some slang in here. All right. Okay. Yeah, so they found out that the grain was laced with pesticides rather than pure organic. So can somebody tell me the difference between organic? What is organic and traditional
Organic
farming?
is when you don't use any chemical products to grow the crops.
So it's all natural.
Yes, it is.
Yep. So all natural, and there's a whole sort of process that they have there. It's kind of hard to get 100% organic because a lot of this stuff is in there. They farm in a lot of the older fields that have pesticides anyway. Okay.
It would be very expensive.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the problem is that so many fields have already been tainted with pesticides, different fertilizers, so it's kind of hard to get true organic. Okay, so pretty crazy here. So these guys went in and, well, anyway, let's just keep reading on here. So who else joined? Hello, Sebastian. Oh, Sebastian is gone. Okay. Yeah, I was just reading here with Igor. All right. So what is everybody here against censorship? Does anybody believe that censorship is a good thing? Let's get back to the other article. This one really is. We only have a few minutes left, and this one is really horrible. So does anybody think that censorship is a good thing?
Sometimes it is. Sometimes.
And what cases is it good?
When someone tries to post like something, I don't know how to say it in English.
Like some sort of propaganda that's not correct?
No propaganda, no. Like
No?
things about another person, like confident things.
Oh, something. Okay, yeah. So something that's in confidence told to one person and another, and also maybe something that has to remain secret that the people just wouldn't understand. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like nude photos.
Yeah. So it's tough though, isn't it? Isn't it tough to figure out what to censor? It's a little tough to understand it because depending on somebody's religious beliefs, somebody's morals and everything, what might be okay for one person is not okay for another. So censorship's a tough thing. Anybody else? We have just a few minutes to talk about censorship.
I think censorship will not work practically because if you something censor, people will want to know about more information about this. If you something block, for example, YouTube, they will want to know why, and they will search with YouTube, and will be effect. How to say another effect?
Have like another impact. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. You want to block people, but people will search this information and will try to find with another ways.
Yeah, and they say a way around it. Let me type that. A way around it. Okay, so that's what they try to do. Okay, so good. I'm going to end the class.